BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
A quiet Spanish town, nestled amidst fertile farmlands and cradled by the serene valleys of central Spain, found itself unexpectedly thrust into the national spotlight this summer. Villamalea, a community of just over 4,000 residents, became the focus of widespread media attention, a phenomenon that even caught its conservative mayor, José Núñez Pérez, by surprise. He confessed to being contacted by an unprecedented number of media outlets, prompting him to reflect on the unexpected turn of events. The reason for this surge in interest was a unanimous town council motion, approved without dissent across party lines, urging the central government to advance a long-stalled proposal to regularize undocumented migrants within Spain. For Mayor Núñez Pérez and his council, this action was not a radical departure, but rather a reflection of the town's lived reality. In recent decades, Villamalea has attracted a diverse influx of individuals seeking employment opportunities, transforming it into an agricultural powerhouse, particularly in mushroom production, which accounts for a significant portion of Spain's supply. This steady stream of labor has not only bolstered the local economy but also fostered a rich cultural mosaic, with residents hailing from 32 different countries. The town's 11 council members, representing a spectrum of political affiliations from the People's Party to the Socialists and the United Left, prioritized this local reality over partisan divides. Núñez Pérez stated emphatically that the motion was approved without debate, with all councillors immediately on board. He explained that the town's economic engine relies heavily on its workforce, and with companies already struggling to find sufficient labor, allowing those already contributing to the community to gain legal status was a logical and necessary step. He further articulated this sentiment by stating, "It's not just economics, it's a question of humanity." This sentiment echoes broader economic realities, as evidenced by statements from Christine Lagarde, president of the European Central Bank, who highlighted the crucial role of foreign workers in bolstering economic output across Europe. Lagarde pointed out that while foreign workers constituted a relatively small percentage of the total labor force, they were responsible for a substantial portion of economic growth in recent years. In Spain, the current government has championed migration as an opportunity, and a notable increase in arrivals has contributed to the country's economic resilience compared to other European nations. Even staunch critics of immigration have begun to acknowledge its necessity, with figures like Italy's Giorgia Meloni, who has historically expressed concerns about irregular migration, initiating policies to expand work visa programs for non-EU nationals. While regularization programs have been a tool employed across the European Union for decades, with numerous countries implementing such policies, the initiative in Villamalea was also deeply rooted in the town's own history. Venancio Cuenca Lopez, the president of the Villamalea Retirees Association, shared poignant reflections on the town's past, recalling how many residents were compelled to seek work abroad throughout the 20th century. He emphasized that many of those who left did so without papers or job offers, drawing a parallel to the current situation of undocumented migrants. Lopez argued against the notion that regularization would depress wages, instead highlighting how some companies exploit undocumented workers, leading to poor working conditions and low pay, which in turn creates unfair competition for local workers. He posited that regularizing these individuals would level the playing field, ensuring everyone works under the same conditions. The overwhelming sentiment among the town's residents, from pensioners to those born abroad, aligns with this compassionate and pragmatic approach. They dismiss efforts by far-right groups to demonize diversity, with Maria Anguix Garcia observing that despite individual differences, the community thrives on mutual understanding and coexistence. Officials at Villamalea's town hall are proactive in showcasing their integration efforts, keenly aware of the prevalent misinformation surrounding migration. The mayor recounted a touching example of interfaith dialogue, where members of the Muslim community visited a church and vice versa, fostering a spirit of mutual respect and understanding, culminating in a joint prayer event in the church. When the media descended upon Villamalea, many sought to understand how Mayor Núñez Pérez, a member of the Conservative People's Party, could reconcile his stance with the party's national narrative, particularly given the increasingly frequent association of immigration with insecurity by the party's leadership. Across Spain, conservative politicians have formed alliances with the far-right Vox party, leading to a shift in their policy positions. This has manifested in actions such as a motion in Jamila, a town significantly larger than Villamalea, where the People's Party-led council supported a ban on religious gatherings in public sports centers, a move widely interpreted as targeting the Muslim community. Núñez Pérez firmly rejected such comparisons, asserting his primary responsibility to the town's residents rather than his party. He acknowledged that differing opinions exist within all political parties but stressed that the broader picture reveals less divergence than perceived. He also pointed out the historical fact that the People's Party itself has implemented more regularization programs than any other party since Spain's return to democracy. Furthermore, Núñez Pérez's actions were not isolated. In late September, a similar unanimous motion calling for the regularization of undocumented migrants was passed in Tarazona de la Mancha, a town located approximately 20 miles away, with a council composition that included a socialist mayor. Despite this, Núñez Pérez recognized the morbid fascinations surrounding a conservative